everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a couple of big targets who will try to be key contributors in both the pass and run games today. It's the Bengals going up against the Browns. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. And welcome again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Larry, he took a moment to highlight the tight ends that we're going to see in this one. I know in our production meeting we were talking about what we wanted to highlight pregame, and you said tight ends. Why did you say that?
Because it can be such a matchup issue for defenses nowadays, because these tight ends, they're oversized guys, but they can run as well. So who are you going to cover them with? If you use a traditional linebacker, they're usually going to run past those guys. If you're going to use a smaller corner, maybe they'll be too big. Can a safety match up and run with them and also use enough bulk to keep them from just having their way? So many ways that tight ends are used nowadays. They're fun to watch.
Now comes Andy Dalton and company as we're going to see the Bengals' first drive on offense in just a second. But against Green Bay, went to overtime, lost, scored their first TD of the year. So not a win, but some positives for Cincinnati.
And they needed anything to be positive that they could take out of that, because going into it, no one gave them a chance to go to Green Bay and win, and they took them to the absolute limit at Lambeau, and Andy Dalton really picked up his play. Brand new coordinator, got the ball out of his hands quickly, dispersed it to the receivers downfield, and he looked like the Andy Dalton we had seen most of his career.
Now the rookie from Oklahoma, it's Joe Mixon. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's looking for a bargain in the NFL draft, and I don't think anyone got a bigger one than Cincinnati getting Joe Mixon in the second round.
He keeps moving east. He was born in California, then to Oklahoma, and now finding a home in the Queen City.
And I don't think it'll take him too terribly long to have a real impact on that city in terms of how he plays the game, because he can run it, catch it, he can do it all.
It's second down. Dalton looking. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
When you're right on the verge of being a top 10 overall offense in the NFL, you would think that things are pretty good for your team. But the Bengals want to improve. They were 13th in rushing, and for a team that wants to run the football first, last, and always, that's an area that they're trying to jump up in 2017.
2nd down following the incompletion. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
When you look at Cleveland's defense in 2016, it's pretty easy to isolate where their problems began. 31st in the league against the run. They finished 31st overall in total defense as well. So you have to start with them shutting down teams running the football to give themselves a chance to make some plays in the passing game.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Danny Shelton in there to drop it for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner. Third down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on third down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Now the left-footed punter in his 9th year, Kevin Huber on to kick. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Let's discuss the week Deshaun Kaiser had against Indianapolis in Week 3 as he brings the Browns onto the field. 242 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. So they don't jump off the page, those numbers, but he did almost lead him to a comeback victory.
Yeah, it made it a little bit tougher on himself and his team in the third quarter when he threw a pair of interceptions. But that's what you're going to get with a rookie quarterback. You've got to balance the good with the bad and go through the growing pains. I think he's showing really nice promise here early for Cleveland.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. They'll run it again with Crowell. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Had a nice move, but couldn't free much space. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. So the Cleveland Browns, a close loss in Indianapolis. That drops them to 0-3. Here's the offensive starting lineup, and they probably need some help catching the ball for the rookie quarterback Kaiser.
Yeah, because Corey Coleman, their first-round pick of last year, he's on IR, having surgery for a broken hand. Kenny Britt, big-time free agent pickup. Guess what? He had to meet with the head coach, Hugh Jackson, about stepping up his game. Had 3 catches for 54 yards. And Rashard Higgins was a monster in Week 2 with 9 catches, but only came back with 2 in the last ball game. Consistency is what they're looking for.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The 8th-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Bengals take possession. The Bengals getting set to go. The last couple of drives have ended in punts. Maybe the crowd minds that, but you're a defensive guy. You're okay with a couple of punt drives.
Listen, I'm the guy that loves a 0-0 pitch game. All right, in baseball, I can handle that going into the 7th inning. I think the crowd, though, they want to see a little bit more excitement. Let's see if someone can break something free on offense and get going.
Offense at a premium the last 2 drives. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
2nd down following the run. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
If Joe Mixon plays up to his potential, Cincinnati got a draft steal getting him in the 2nd round.
Strong runner. He's built like a rock, 230 pounds.
Yeah, and he moves like a little guy. All right, he's one of those players that you can use in any situation. Short yardage runner. Heck, you want to give him to the perimeter. He can take off and beat you with his speed and definitely catches the ball at the backfield.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a play fake here on first down. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, 27 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Bengals score. Bullock out now to kick this one away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. Again, it's Crowell. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Career highs in receptions, carries, and total yards last year for Crowell. His total yardage was 952. That was the highest by a Cleveland Brown running back since 2010.
And that sounds impressive, but I think there's much more out there for him. If Cleveland plays even with people, not from behind, he'll get more carries, more touches, and his yardage will go up.
Kaiser now. Going deep for Kenny Britt. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, this is why I hated curl and go routes, because you think you're driving on a receiver who's making a break back towards the quarterback, and if you don't focus the correct way, guess what? He runs right past you, just as we saw on that play.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the Bengals starting defensive unit now.
The Cincinnati defense is well respected around the league, but they didn't play to their standard in 2016 if you just look at the pure numbers. Ended up 17th overall in total defense, but in the tough division that they're in, the AFC North, they have to be better against the run. They ranked just 21st in 2016. That's got to change for them to make the improvement they want in 2017.
They come out here in the eye. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Isaiah Crowell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by an Isaiah Crowell touchdown run. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
You think about the great tandems that we've had this decade in the NFL. Think about Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Big Ben, Antonio Brown, Brady, and Gronk. But look, Andy Dalton and A.J. Green, they have to rank in there, don't they?
Yeah, and 2 guys that came from the same draft class.
A.J. Green in the 1st round, Andy Dalton in the 2nd round. And what they've meant to the Cincinnati Bengals franchise has been everything. A lot of playoff appearances.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. These say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Dalton to his big target, Eifert for the Cincinnati 1st.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. And it'll be Dalton again. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
This will be Dalton again. And that's complete to Croft. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it despite all the extra contact and people around him.
Fresh set of downs here. Another chance for Dalton. And the grab by Croft. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you could see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. It's really something. Even when he's hitting these from distance, big-time distance, he manages to put them right down the middle, doesn't he?
No doubt about that one. Never a doubt. And this is no extra point. That's 50-plus. And that's the definition of splitting the uprights.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A first down carry now for Crowell. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. On play action, Kaiser. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. 10-7 our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On 3rd down, Kaiser. It's complete to Britt. 9 yards on the play and a first down. Britt was with the Rams last year, of course, hit the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in his career.
Maybe starting to figure things out a little bit now. Has to be a number 1 receiver in Cleveland who allowed Terrell Pryor to move on to Washington.
Yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Play action now. Kaiser. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go back to the ground now with Crowell. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down, Kaiser. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
I know neither one of us does research as busy work. 4 block kicks in 2015.
Yep, for the Browns.
For the Browns.
Tied for the most in the NFL.
And we just see another one here. It's amazing how you try and correct something, and sometimes you work so hard to correct it, you still find a way to give it up. It's amazing.
The kicking game woes rear their ugly head again. Jeremy Hill now gearing up to go again as he marches back onto the field. Now, the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
And he probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
He filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. 3rd down here.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. To throw on 3rd down. Dalton, a strong running. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. On the run, it's Crowell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know he stays what we call clean and no one gets to him. The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. He has Britt over the middle. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go. 1, 9,
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And out will come the offense as they take over. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. First and 10 for Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 6 there on first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now they run with Mixon. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Dalton. And Eifert has it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll be a 2nd and long. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Third and 2 for Dalton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll run it with Hill. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Kenny Britt trots back out there as he gets set to go again on offense. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. To go here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right?
It's got to be good.
You tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, Johnson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns defense getting ready. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive. Throwing on first down. Dalton to Mixon on the check down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And the catch good. It's Eifert. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. To throw again, Dalton. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jamie Collins able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. So Dalton now. And he's going to go down again. Now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. The Browns trail at home at halftime. The Bengals will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now first and 10, Green's by himself here, and he's going to go 27 yards for the score. The Bengals up now by 7. Browns have it on 2nd and 5. Crowell's going to stay up the middle, and he'll run it in from 5 yards out, as that evens the score at 7-7. Now early in the second quarter, Kaiser is on point with the throw, and he'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 27-yard line. Score stays the same, though, as they miss the field goal. And with that, we'll wrap up our halftime report and head back out now to First Energy Stadium for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second half begins with a run by Crowell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
From the gun, Kaiser. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. This is Crowell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack, because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Here we go!
They'll run with Crowell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence, because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
Here we go!
To throw, Kaiser. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
Kaiser. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And the kick by Gonzalez, he is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And over the middle, it's LaFell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Dalton off play action. Wide open receiver complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 49. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Dalton here from the gun. Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The big fella. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Isaiah Crowell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the 2nd time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
We all know that Myles Garrett was drafted #1 in the NFL for his ability to get to the quarterback. That's his stock in trade. But the underrated part of his game, plays well against the run, knows how to hold the point of attack.
Second down, Dalton. And he almost just intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
The Bengals on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 18. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
First down throw for Kaiser. Caught here left side by Brett. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Let's go!
On second down, here's Crowell. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Crowell. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Looking middle, and that's complete. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Kaiser now to throw on first down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Close there. He caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal, This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times, and in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go.
Play fake. Kaiser. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Adam Jones. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. Let's see if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. Mixon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Brand 38.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And on 2nd and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jones. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run here with Mixon. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Kaiser on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go!
Here's Kaiser. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. His throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Kenny Britt that time. And it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
The Browns on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And tough starting field position here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd and 10 here. Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. The defense in an enviable position here. The offense needs 13 yards. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's go.
1st down, Kaiser. And he finds a man on a crossing route. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Then the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll throw here. Kaiser completes it right side to Britt. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
Kaiser now on 2nd down. A little dump off for Crowell. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell 49 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10 for Dalton. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Fresh set of downs here. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Dalton, 1st and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 31 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Sammy Coates now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Let's go!
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Let's go. 1, 9,
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11.
let's go. 1, 9,
Play action now. Kaiser. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Ricardo Lewis, 59 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
Play fake. Here's Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
First and goal here from the 9. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. Big fourth down here. It's Dalton. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this Browns defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think that you do. That's how you have to play it. But at the same time, you're telling your ball carrier, both arms over the football, body, everything else, because they will do everything possible to try and knock it free.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. 1-9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Let's go. What? None.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The Browns on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.